Howdly doodly there, neighborinos. Hope you're having a flanderific day. Again, I wasn't sure what to do since we don't really have time for Doom. Unfortunately, Doom isn't one of those games where you can just, like, you know, go through and like, do a casual 1 hour, like, playthrough on. Get off of my proper tie. So, we're here in Minecraft. I don't know what we're gonna do. So, I don't know. Let's find something to do. Yeah, pretty fucking awesome. We sunk, Marine kill since World War II. Pretty fucking epic. Like, really fucking epic, actually. And I don't want to hear any of these Iran simps. Oh, leave the violent dictator who oppresses his people and allies with America's enemies alone. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, you're a pussy. Right here. You're a pussy. Alright? I don't want to hear that shit. Exactly. You tell him, Slicks. You fucking tell him. You tell him. Like, we ain't here for that pussy shit. We are swinging our giant fang around, alright? It's massive, believe me, it's massive. They say, sir, I haven't seen one that big before. I don't know, but that's what they're saying. So, yeah. Pretty fucking epic. How are you doing, Slicks? Seriously, though, what am I gonna do? I don't know if I want to do another fishing stream. I'm kind of getting bored fishing. It's just, you know, I'm sure it's not interesting to watch. Though, I do want to at least have proof that I went through and, like, grinded out. Like, you haven't seen every single fish that I have caught. Because I've done some off-camera mining, I guess you could say. But, like, I want to do most of it on stream, just again, so that, like, when I inevitably get every single fish, you can go back and watch it and be like, wow, he really grinded for all of that shit. I can't believe it. And I'll be like, yeah, damn straight I did. I wasted so much fucking time getting all of these fucking fish. And you can watch it, you know? Some people are into that, you know? If you're into that, well, guess what? Do I have some videos for you? Maybe we could do some, like, some terraforming, maybe? You know, throw in, like, some bushes or something? Let's do that. Let's do that. That'll be interesting, I guess. Kind of, maybe. I don't know if it'll tickle your pickle or not. I hope it tickles your pickle. I hope your pickle is sufficiently tickled by the end of this episode. But yeah, how are you doing, Slicks? What is crappinin'? Jungle leaves are great. I love the jungle leaf. What else do I want to use in my builds? Let's see. Or, well, actually, wait, let's go up. Is there anything, like, here? Yes, let's grab these. Grab some sweet berries. Ain't got no wildflowers. Wait. Wait. Yo, what? But why? But why? Why would I do that? Why is there 2 wildflowers? What in the fuck is happening here? Why? Why is this a thing? I already have fucking wildflowers here. Was there something else that was supposed to go here? Was this supposed to be another farm? I mean, I'll grab some of them, but like, I don't know, like, what? We've got pink petals. Oh, you know what? We'll grab some of these. Delicious cherry blossoms here. Yummy. Yeah, that's really fucking weird. I don't know. There can't be anything else that was supposed to go there. Okay, alright. I wish you could make a dead bush farm. I would use so many more dead bushes, but I have to go out and fucking, like, grind for them if I want them. We'll grab some fungus. There's a fungus among us. I'm not so keen on those, though, you know. We'll grab... Oh, the pig is oinking. We'll grab warped roots and crimson roots. These I don't want, because they'll fucking grow. And it'll be obnoxious. And no bueno. Good old fucking staples here, you know? Gotta fucking love the bushes. Bushes are great. What the hell? We'll grab some of these. New recipe unlocked. Because you have clearly never picked up this block before. Crazy. Bamboo. Bamboo's got that same issue where it just grows too damn high. I don't really want any of this shit. I would fucking love to have more of these. I would fucking love it. Like, it would really tickle my pickle if I could have more cactus flower. But whatever, I guess it's not in the cards, baby. We can grab more of these if I want them. But we're gonna have to do that outside. You know, we might as well. Let's get creative, you know? Let's get creative. I don't really want to use dark oak, because dark oak is, like, expensive. And why do that when we can be cheap? I prefer to be cheap. Don't think we really need any of these. Yeah, I think we're pretty good on everything over here. Maybe we'll make some boulders. I don't know. Maybe if I'm feeling a little extra spicy. But yeah, you know, I've been thinking recently, you know, I really wanna I wanna bring back the whole, like, podcast idea from, like, forever ago that I just never did. I don't know. I've got a few interesting people that I would like to bring on. I mean, I guess I'd have to go to them, to be fair. But yeah, like my boss, I would really like to get him on a podcast talking about pretty much anything. Dude is very interesting and has a lot of really good takes. Dude is all about those facts and logic. Okay, alright. Yeah, I need some of these. If we have any bushes, I'll take some more bushes. Don't need any of those. Okay, we'll go with 24 is good for right now. Flowers. Definitely gonna want some flowers. We'll take the torch flower, we'll take that. We'll do some red tulips, some alliums, and that'll be okay for right now. If I want or need anything else, I'll come back for it. But yeah, anyway, he's got some really interesting takes on a lot of things, like whether that be religion or current events or whatever. I don't agree with everything he says, but like, you know, I'd say for the most part, I'm kind of in agreement. You know, just like overall, I would say he's got a lot of good takes that I think would be interesting to share. Go ahead and maybe we'll start with flour here. And maybe we can do... We're gonna save the mushrooms. I don't want the mushrooms here. I don't think the mushrooms are gonna be great. Put like a bush. Oh, whoops! I shouldn't have done that. Stinky, stinky, stinky. I can go ahead and put down some like pink petals or something. You know. Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe we can go ahead and do... I think that would look better. Yeah. More like kind of manicured. Maybe we can do like some bushes. Like right along the front. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We can sneak in like some flowers. Around here. And I'm gonna move this back. Really? Thank you. So we can just kind of keep that going. And for this... Oh, I've got a better idea for this. I can just go ahead and get like... I can go grab like some glowstone or something. That's gonna annoy me, but well, you know what? We'll go right back for it, actually. Yeah, and I don't really care about that moss carpet. Fuck the moss carpet. We've got so much of that shit. But yeah, another guest I think would be cool to have on would be like Leo. Because, I don't know, Leo's got a lot of really interesting things to talk about, like whether that be, you know, different albums, or, you know, just like opinions on certain artists, or, I mean, even just him talking about Brazil, I feel like would be kind of interesting. So, like, that could be one. I mean, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of cheating, but, like, we could have one with, like, G and Steven, it would essentially be an SFC, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's stuff that we could talk about on like a podcast kind of deal. You fucking stop. Why is this here? Just to torture me? I mean, come on. Really? Really? Thank you. Yeah, so I feel like there's stuff that we could talk about on a podcast that wouldn't really make it into, like, an episode of SFC. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that. That's a nice design. It's pretty simple, and whatnot, but like I don't think we need to go like super fucking overboard, for this to like look nice. Maybe like do some alliums or something, you know, just kind of like sprouting up every once in a while, you know. Maybe, honestly, just to fucking get rid of these out of my inventory, we could throw like some wildflowers here. Wow, look at that. Crazy. Nah, we'll save the mushrooms. We'll save the mushrooms. Because we're gonna have like a fantasy area, and I feel like the fantasy area would be more suited, to something like that. I'm just curious, how would this look? I don't like it. Maybe that's something we can do around the fantasy area. We can put like one of those. But yeah, I don't know. So like for example, like one I've been wanting to do for a while on SFC, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem to like fit or whatever. Well, I mean it does fit, but like I don't know. It's not something that the guys really are too interested in discussing. It's too big. Winky face. Too big. Probably gonna need more bushes. Definitely gonna need more bushes. You're fucking kidding me. It's so annoying. But anyway, would be like just like a Genesis debate, essentially. But I guess it wouldn't really even be a debate, per se. Per se. Just always makes me think of that voice whenever it's from King of the Hill. There's like a nerd group. Oh no, we don't want that there. We're going to move it back. Right here on the refrigerator. Gonna move it right there. Oh wait, that's where I fucking wanted to go. That's gonna be an issue. You know, I could just say fuck it. We're gonna say fuck it, and we're gonna put in fucking do some big PP thinking here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would even call it a debate. Ultra streamer, cool. Thank you, Joshy. You're cool. You're cool. Welcome on in. How are you doing, man? But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it. Doing great. That's what I love to hear, man. That's what I love to hear. But yeah, no, I feel like they wouldn't be super into that, though. Because G will just straight up say he doesn't give a shit. You know? But, you know, in a much nicer, non-swearing way, of course. We know I'm the one with the potty mouth here. But yeah, no, G flat out does not give a shit. He's like, beginning of the universe, it happened, whatever, you know? God did it, doesn't matter. And I'm like, but, you know, it's an interesting, you know, topic, you know? And I feel like it would be almost a crime to not talk about it. Ah, I put down one fucking berry bush, and of course, it's gotta fuck my shit up. Roll the clip back to me saying I'm a potty mouth. But yeah, I don't know. And then Steven probably wouldn't be down for it because he would want to do a bunch of research, and it's like... I mean, sure, doing research is cool and all. Like, I respect it, you know, wanting to have, like, an informed opinion or whatever, but, like, at the same time, though, brother, like... Oh, this runs both of them at once. That's, I don't really want to run both of them at once, though. Because, I mean, that's a lot of fucking bone meal I don't want to use. I mean, I get, whatever, fuck it. But, yeah. G doesn't give a shit. Steven will want to do a fuck ton of research for it, which, I mean, is fair. Like, understandable take that you want to know what you're talking about, but, like... At the same time, though, like, shouldn't you have this, like, kind of, like, you know, at least mildly thought through? Does the item say something Silksong foreshadowing? Oh, this? Yeah, so it's my Silk Touch pickaxe, and I called it Silksong. So this pickaxe has been called Silksong longer than Silksong has been a game. When this pickaxe was named, Silksong was a concept. It wasn't even a game. It's been that fucking long. Foreshadowing, yeah, right? Like, I think I even made the joke that, like, this is the only Silksong that we're gonna get is this pickaxe. Like a long time ago. Yeah, all of my tools have like some kind of fun name to them, like Degraveler, Deforestation Nation, Antifa are terrorists, Silksong, the Wu-Tang Sword. Well, technically I didn't predict it. Like, they had said they were working on Silksong, but like it was never gonna come out. And it still hasn't come out, as far as I'm concerned. That thing that released last year, yeah, I don't know. I refuse to believe that it came out. So we got like, fire, fire, heh, fire. My big ol' rod. Sheer madness. The bottom bish. Because, back when we were poor, this got us all of the crops that we needed for villager trading. Crossbow, I love that one. That's a great name right there. Oh no, a Silksong hater. I didn't hate it, but like, I don't know. I'm just more so making a joke that it was never gonna come out, you know. And I don't know. I thought it was all right. It wasn't great. We got our tickle stick. We got our zoom stick. The bringer of the barrel roll. Barrel roll. Because you'd have to see it, but it like flips you around. We got it's cobbling time. What the flint? Why? For some reason, I needed a Fortune 3 shovel, and I don't remember why I needed it. I think I maybe needed flint for fletching tables. That might have been it. So I was just like, fuck it, what the flint? We got Pitiaku Kebaba Silky Hoe, which is Pimp Daddy's Silky Hoe. Pitiaku Kebaba is Pimp Daddy in Chinese. The more you know, and knowing is half the battle. I used to have a friend. They called me the Chinese white kid. Because my friends were all Chinese foreign exchange students. Well, not all of them, but I was friends with the Chinese foreign exchange students, and they taught me fun things like Pitiaku Kebaba. And yes, from what I understand, I am pronouncing that correctly. So you can go ahead and say Pitiaku Kebaba to a Chinese person, and they will be very shocked. We've got Mjolnir here, of course. Bow, very classic name right here. It's a mending bow. Chinese Ultra, oh yeah. Mr. Worldwide over here, I've got Fear the Spear, because go Seminoles. Got Mace Windu. Got Bear Mace, which is a South Park joke. And Warped Fungus on a stick. The amazing name right there. Holy shit. Oh, we're in range of the fucking beacon. That's why we're obliterating everything. That makes sense. But yeah, I'd really like to get on some people for a podcast. I feel like Mace Windu is an item. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just what I named it because I thought it would be fun. Yeah. Because if you're not aware, I really like this design I went for. That's cool. I like that. And then you just throw in a few like flowers and shit, just to, give it a little extra texture, like the George Harrison album. And you are cruising, Probably can't put anything there. Maybe put well, that's kind of mirrored. And I don't so much like that. But we can do that, I suppose. And yeah. That's cool. I like that. I like it. It's a neat little design I got going on here. And maybe we'll even throw in like motherfucker, I need to keep remembering to use Silk Touch instead of just breaking those, because I keep thinking I can just punch them and get them back, and I can't punch them and get them back. And it's just fucking waste. Sorry, I'm crashing out over this. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Little breakup. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's some good terraforming, or at least decent. Well, I guess it's landscaping. It's not really it's not terraforming at all. It's landscaping. But yeah, that's some nice landscaping. I'm happy with it. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying after I fucking crashed out. Oh yeah, if you don't know, you can just rename anything you want. So like, do I have an anvil in here? Oh yeah, I do have an anvil in here. So I can just go ahead and name this. Actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Because I'm not going to actually do it, but, like... Because it would be, like, a waste of XP levels. But, like, I can just name this Joshy if I wanted. And, like... This whole stack would just be called Joshy. I mean, besides tools, you might want to do that for, like... Let me show you. Because there's good reasons for doing that. Besides just going through and naming things. Pitiakuki Baba, Silky Ho. You can go through and, like...
Oh, Mr. Whitwer.
So, like, use them for item sorters, because, like, nothing that's going to drop from this is going to be called, oh, Mr. Whitwer, because I've renamed that to something special. So, it's going to hold these in place. So, like, there's good reason for, like, doing that. And then you know, you can, besides that, just do some fun shit like this, which I think is hilarious. It's Komini, everyone. It's Komini! Teabag him! Teabag him! Yeah, take that. Fucking bastard. Yeah, I'll teach him. That'll teach him. So yeah, that's the whole, like, renaming things. Maybe we could do something kind of fun with this one. Do some of the bushes and maybe... Or... Nah, I don't want to do that since there's already bushes involved. Do, like... Maybe actually stick to the torch flower. Maybe do, like, something... Maybe we can go ahead and put a bush right here. Put one there. I'm gonna have to get kind of creative here. Because I'm not really looking to go through and remove any of these. I guess we can just do a flower here or something. Doesn't look as good, but, you know, it's something. I mean, I guess well, no. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to fuck with it. I'm not going to fuck with it. I don't want to accidentally... What the hell? Oh, that, yeah. I don't want to accidentally create a dark space. So, we're not going to do that. We can go ahead and throw in, like, fucking firefly bush here. I feel like that's kind of cozy. Maybe we'll put in a torch flower and just, like, fucking bush. And then maybe, I don't know, like some fucking red bush right back here. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Amazing. I don't know, I kind of like just that there's extra fucking bushes here and shit. Like, I feel like it makes a little... Oh, and it adds, like, a nice little ambiance down here, which is cool. With the fireflies and shit. Because, like, I don't know. Everything feels a little bit bare. Just, like, without it. Like, I mean, there's the, you know, like this, and that's nice, and I like that, don't get me wrong, but when you've got the road and there's just nothing, like, I think the red house really exemplifies it, of just how much better it looks with some simple terraforming. Yeah. Or I keep calling it it's not fucking terraforming. It's landscaping. We are literally landscaping. But, anyway, getting back to what I was saying with the whole podcast thing. I don't know. Another one I'd like to get on, but I doubt I'll be able to fucking get a hold of him. Because he just doesn't exist anymore, is fucking Christian Crake. Who essentially started the channel. Yeah, like... Maybe not literally, but like kind of a little bit. He kind of started this channel. Because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have actually started. You know, I wouldn't have actually gone in and like would have done it. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough looking. I don't like that. Well, I think that's part of the problem. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That's better. And then, I'm not digging this. I'm not digging this. I'm gonna have to go and take a look and see some of my other bushes. I mean, I feel like the bigger you make the bush, the better it looks. In some cases, you can kind of do this where, you know, it's kind of small, but it, like, you know, it works out. You can kind of do a cloud. That's how I do a lot of bushes. They're just clouds. Or like the three right here. 1, 2, 3, top. But the other good one is like I showed over there, where it's kind of a cloud. Like that one is kind of the angled one, and this is just the cloud. You know. Whoop. And then like maybe a little bit in the front and like one off to the side or something. But yeah, I think some of my best bushwork, some of my best work in general is over here. Like, I feel like this bush is pretty good. But then again, like I said, the bigger you go, kind of the better it looks, I think. Especially if you mix in a bunch of different, like, leaves, like I did here. Again, cloud. That one's not too bad. That one's a little different. But I don't want everything to be a cloud. Sometimes I kind of want a little clump. And maybe we'll get back to like building boulders too. Maybe. Though I don't know. I feel like the boulders should kind of just be like for this area. Because it kind of just, it goes with the aesthetic. And like this place is so fucking unique. That I kind of don't want to, even though boulders would look really nice all around the world, I kind of prefer them being just here. Because it really makes my custom biome here kind of pop. I'm like, genuinely, this area is the proudest I am in my world. Like, we've got some fucking crazy shit in this world. Like, we've got pretty much every farm that you can conceive of, except for like tree farms, but we're not going to talk about tree farms because fuck tree farms. But like most of the things that we build here is based off of some kind of like YouTube video, right? You know, I mean, I suppose the house here is a YouTube video, is Blue Bits. But the whole river, I built the river that goes around the house and kind of like makes it a moat. With this nice little like waterfall area kind of, and then like the actual nice waterfall, and like all the rocks and the trees and the bushes, that's all me. So I don't know. And just the fact that here's the waterfall, that's an actual fucking waterfall. And I don't know, I'm just extra proud of it, because, like, I built it on my own, and it looks nice. I've even got a fucking hidden nether portal down here that, you know, you might not even know that's what that's supposed to be, is like a water elevator. I mean, I guess the bubbles kind of give it away, but, like, if the bubbles weren't there, you probably wouldn't know that that's what that is supposed to be there. So yeah, I don't know, and like this tree especially is kind of my baby. I fucking love this tree so much. It's actually one of the oldest things that's in this world is this tree. Because like, I don't know, like back when this used to be a village, I was just like, you know, I want to have fun and just like, I really feel like just building a big, beautiful tree. And, yeah, here it is. A big, beautiful tree. But, yeah. I digress. Do one of those there, and maybe we go ahead and maybe this is just kind of green, you know. Wait, where's the fucking, did they change the texture? Like it used to kind of have those like little fruit looking things in there, and that's why I kind of liked that, is like this part used to be a different color. It used to like pop out a bit more. And now I don't. I'm not like getting that vibe anymore, which is sad. Alright, I think that's better. No, that is too tall. That's the fucking issue. That's too tall. Oh, I know what we need. Maybe one of these up here. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I just wanted to use the mangrove roots in a bush, because I thought that might be kind of fun to try. I don't know, not super thrilled with the bush, but you know, it's not horrible. Maybe I'll tear it down. Just I think I don't like the space. It's not that I think I did a terrible job, but I don't like the spacing on it. Yeah, you know, another thing with the podcast, another person I have been thinking of, I mean, besides Christian Craig, who I would love to have him on. I would love to talk with him and just see like what's been up with him, and like You know, just have him kind of talk about a young Ultra Mega OK, who was a very different person at the time. Very different. Oh, no. So, but like I said, I don't think I'll be able to get a hold of him. He kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, and he is in Germany. So, I don't know. That would be a tough ask, you know, to like get a hold of him. But I don't know. Crazier things have happened, I suppose. We might be able to get him. Maybe. Hopefully. I'll see if I can get like an email or something. I don't know if he would do it though. Even if I did, motherfucker. Even if I did get a hold of him, I don't know if I would be able to get him on. There is this area. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that. Honestly, I think I'm going to start putting shit up. I grabbed a lot of shit that I did not use. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. I think everything else we'll just put up in the, yeah, in the shit pit. Oh, but yeah, so another person that I would get on, but I don't know what we would talk about is Slicks. You know? I initially wanted to start one with Slicks, which is funny enough. But that was on about, like, Marvel stuff. And it's like, I don't follow Marvel, you know, like I used to. And it's just fallen off so hard, too, that, like, would it be really interesting for Slicks and I to fucking talk about fucking Marvel? I don't know. If you're for whatever reason watching this late, because nobody watches my videos this late, and you think it would be interesting, you let me know. Because, I mean, we can do it. But, I mean, considering fucking Into the Spider-Verse, or that's not even what it's fucking called. I don't know, the Tom Holland movie, the last Tom Holland one, was the last Marvel film that I've seen. I don't know how interesting that would be, or how relevant it would be, or anything. I mean, I guess, I could talk to him about fucking, like, martial arts, you know, but I don't really know a whole lot about martial arts, and in all honesty, I don't know how interested I would be in that, because, like, I don't know, I gotta be interested in it, too. It's not really, like, I don't think a one-way streak on that, or one-way street on that would be super interesting. like, I don't know, I'm sure Slicks has got something interesting to talk about that, like, we can kind of, like, discuss or whatever. But I don't really know what that is right now. I mean, maybe we could talk about, like, the comics. I don't really know how much Slicks reads of the comics or, like, knows about the comics. Is the only thing. I feel like that might be an interesting one to do with Joshy, if Joshy was ever down. Because I know Joshy reads the comics. And, you know, we could definitely talk about that. But I mean, even that kind of suffers from the same problem of, like, is it really that interesting and really that relevant? I don't know. I guess your mileage will vary. Yeah, your mileage will vary, I guess, on whether or not you find it to be interesting. I mean, I don't know, maybe Slicks and I can just discuss movies in general. But, I don't know, I don't even really watch that many fucking movies. And the reason why I think my boss would be so interesting is, like, he's really into, like, philosophy and current events and, understanding people's worldviews and, just kind of stuff like that. And like, religion. And, like, these are all things that I'm pretty interested in. So, like, I don't know, he just kind of, like, scratches that itch, you know, if that makes sense. For, like, a good podcast guest is there's a lot that we can talk about, and it would just be, like, genuinely very interesting. Like, I don't know, at least for me. And I think that, like, I don't know, at the same time, though, I feel like not a lot of people would be, like, as interested, because, again, this is going to tell you a little bit about me. I think a lot of people are very fucking shallow. So they're just not super interested in politics and economics and, you know, the way the world works. And, you know, like, seeking deeper truths. I don't know. I don't see it. I feel like most people want to talk about, like, stupid shit. Like, skibidi toilet. You know? Or whatever. Or, like, pop culture. And I don't know. I could really care less. Or I couldn't care less about pop culture. I don't know. Like, I would much rather have these deeper conversations of, like, religion and like I said, all of that stuff, world events and politics and economics. Like, I find that to be so much more fascinating than, like, whatever the fuck Kendrick Lamar is doing, you know? Yeah. So I don't know, maybe people would be interested in it, maybe not. But I can tell you I would be interested in it, and I think it would make a good podcast. And I mean, even like, you know, since I'm into records, I feel like, you know, Leo's would be interesting. I don't know how interesting. Well, I don't know. Actually, I feel like a lot of people would be interested in a podcast with me and Leo, because the shit on my channel that does the best by far is me uploading bootlegs. People fucking love the bootlegs. I have never once got a negative comment. Like, I've had somebody say, like, I guess I've gotten a negative comment on a bootleg in the respect of, like, the Black album, I guess, where someone was like, you know, they shouldn't have released this, and it's just them kind of, like, fucking around, and, like, it's a stain on their legacy, or blah, 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 or whatever. But, like, not on me, the uploader, you know, like, you know, and they all, like, almost all of them have, like, a 97, 98%, if not 100%, like, thumbs up. Like people really fucking like the bootleg streams. So I feel like there probably would be an audience for, like, a podcast talking about, like, records. Or, you know, like, yeah, I mean, I guess even just, like, record collection. Maybe one just talking about, like, cool bands that you may not have even heard of, or, like, talking about a specific album or whatever, or, like, a specific band. Like, I feel like there's a good market for that, and, like, people would genuinely be interested, and I would have fun doing it. Yeah. And also, I feel like I'm more interesting if I'm, like, talking with someone. I don't know. It gives me, I feel like if I'm talking with someone, like, you know, I can be funnier. Me just kind of, like, going off and just talking about shit. Like, I mean, I don't know. I can say, I guess, some funny shit, apparently, but I don't think the majority of what we do here is very funny. Like, just keeping it real. Like, I don't know. Like, there's some funny shit. Like, I think me fucking making a gunpowder and naming it Comini and fucking teabagging it, I think is inherently hilarious. But that is just not the majority of what we do here, you know? Majority of what we do here is just kind of talk and play games. And it's like, I can only be so funny, like, with that going on, you know? Like, if I'm not talking about something else. I don't know, maybe I'm just not very good at comedy. Could be it. Because, I mean, I guess plenty of other gamers seem to kind of keep it funny, you know? But also, I don't know, I'm just not out to, like, fucking master windshield. Oh, hey, Slicks. He's talking about this. Mace Windu. But yeah, so I don't know. In a podcast, I feel like I could, like, be funnier because I can, like, kind of play off people, and, like, I feel like that's when I shine the best at comedy, is if I'm playing off somebody. So I don't know. Might be interesting. Slicks. if I was to do a podcast, would you want to be like do a few episodes with me? I don't know what we would talk about is the only thing. I'm game to your suggestion. Cause I was saying that we could do like a Marvel movie thing, but like I don't think that would be super interesting. Chest in a chest in your pocket. Yes. Exactly. That's how I roll, Slicks. And now get ready. I'm gonna fucking blow your mind here. A chest. Where is it? Or like a chest in a chest. A bundle in a chest in a chest. Yeah? Yeah, look at that shit. Rolling, rolling, rolling. On the river? No? Do they see you rolling and they hating? Limp Bizkit. Oh, I don't listen to Limp Bizkit. See, that was another thing, is like, I don't know... Don't either. Well, you know more about them than I do. But, yeah. It was The Undertaker's theme song for a while in WWE. You know, I never really watched wrestling, honestly. But, yeah, Slicks. Any ideas? Any ideas? Would you want to do... Oh. Ads. Oh. Okay. That's really unfortunate, because I was about to ask him that and then end the stream, and then he gets ads. Suffering from success. That's me. I'm suffering from success. Honestly, this channel is, like, super unsuccessful. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This channel is horribly unsuccessful. This is not... I really thought that, like... I didn't think I was gonna be, like, big or anything. Like, fucking... The Burnt Peanut, or, like, fucking... I don't know. Fucking... What's his face? Kai Cenat. I didn't think I was gonna be, like, big or anything, but I thought I was gonna have my own... You know, like, consistent, dedicated fan base. And it's kind of just Slicks. And, like, Joshy. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Definitely love Slicks and Joshy. They're great. But, I don't know. I kind of thought that I would at least have, like, a Christian Crake going on, where it was like, you know... I'd average about, like, fucking 7 viewers, but it would have, like, maybe, like, 15 to 20, you know, like, people that would be on, like, recently, but, or, like, not recently, like, kind of, like, somewhat consistently. But, yeah, no, it's just pretty much been a giant failure. Yeah, Slicks. What I was going to ask you is, if we were to do a podcast, one, would you want to do that? And two, what would you want the topic to be? Otto told me the other day some dude ran and gifted him... Damn! That's awesome. That's crazy. That's crazy. Honestly, I think I've only been raided by a stranger once. And it was a VTuber. Like a VTuber e-girl kind of thing. Any topic can be... The topic can be anything if... I'm sure it can be different topics as I go along. Sure. I mean, I guess. Well, what are you thinking? I'm just curious. I'd like to, kind of have an idea a little bit. I honestly, I don't know how well it would go. I'm a big Star Wars guy. True, we could talk about Star Wars. Though honestly, I don't really know if there's a whole lot to talk about Star Wars anymore. It's kind of dead. Kind of dead and buried. It's the only thing. Would that really be enough? What? I don't. Is there really that much to say about Star Wars? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic on this, but like, I don't see a fucking. I don't see a full episode out of just fucking talking about all of those at once. I feel like a lot of it has just kind of been hashed out. I think you maybe. I mean, it's possible. Maybe it's that I just don't really give a shit about Star Wars that much anymore. I talk about choreography, the acting, the dialogue, the memes. So we're gonna be talking about fucking the prequel trilogy. That would pretty much be it. Same stuff goes for Marvel. Well, I was talking about this earlier. I don't know how interesting that would be for Marvel, because Marvel is kind of dead, and on top of kind of being dead, I've just been so out of it. When it comes to Marvel, like again, the last Marvel movie I watched was the last Tom Holland Spider-Man. And I kind of stopped watching everything after that. So, like, I don't know. It wouldn't even be modern shit. We could talk about childhood video games, too. Well, I mean, like, this is one of them. Minecraft. Something tells me I know there's podcasts where they do by telling life stories. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do that. I mean, I don't know. I got some interesting stories. I'm sure you do. You do too. Like that one, I feel is a bit more viable. As a play, that was that side piece to the that was a trilogy there. Fucking that whole saga. I don't know. I'm just not that interesting anymore, honestly. That was kind of the last interesting thing I've done in my life. Now I'm kind of on that good Christian boy arc, my good Christian boy and my fucking, like, Jedi training in, we could list tier list chips, I'm sure. Okay. Sure, yeah, we could make a tier list for chips. Okay. My fucking Jedi training of, like, Charlie Kirk, kind of. Where I'm fucking, you know, learning about economics and politics and Christianity and I don't know, I haven't really dove that deep into philosophy, but like I'm starting to a little bit. I'm about to finish a really good book by A.W. Tozer called Finding God, which is very profound. You don't read. Excuse me. All right, fine. You're technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. I audiobook. Yeah, again, you're technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. But yeah. It doesn't matter. I get the same information that you would by reading it. I just get to do things while I'm, you know, learning. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like I said, I want to see if I can get. Well, you know, I'm going to say this about the whole podcast series. If I can go ahead and find a way to get Wi-Fi at work and bring my microphone in to work, I was going to call it the Ultra Mega OK Cast, honestly. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do the podcast if I can't. Whoa, what about me? Oh, well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, you wouldn't be there for every episode, though. You would just be like a recurring guest on the podcast. Cause I don't think you heard. I don't think you heard the whole plan for it. Will it be on Spotify? If it gets enough listeners, I'll put it on Spotify. But we'd have to like actually get views. I'm not gonna pay for it to be on Spotify for no one to listen to it. But yeah, I'm gonna do. So yeah, you have to pay to put it up. Yes, you have to pay to put things on Spotify. I know this because my cousin's band used to be on Spotify, and they had to pay to put their shit on Spotify, and which is why it's not on Spotify anymore. You can still find it on YouTube though, Conscious Kind. If you want to listen to it, Conscious Kind are awesome. Honestly, my cousin might be kind of a cool podcast guest, just kind of talking about like music and his band and shit. I mean, I guess to be fair, he hasn't been in a band for fucking years now, but you know. But yeah, so anyway, to wrap this up before real quick so I can end, the podcast, well, I can be your official co-host, I guess. Yeah, but you probably won't be there for all of them though. Just because some of the people I would really want to have on when I'm there. Oh yeah. No, of course. Right. Yeah, no, you'll definitely be an official co-host when you're like on. 100%. 100%. Yeah, if I can't fucking get Wi-Fi at my job, and like bring my microphone to work to get my boss on the podcast, I don't think I'm going to do it. Cause like, I don't know. He was kind of the, I guess, re-inspiration for it. Just because we have so many interesting conversations that we're both like, this should be recorded, you know? So if I can't get that to work, then I don't see the podcast happening. I really don't. Also because if I can't get it to work there, I will not be able to get it to work at Leo's, and I would really like to get Leo on. Oh, by the way, Slicks, I talked to Leo, and he said he hasn't sent it yet. And that he's going to send it soon. Again, I don't know what is up. He keeps saying that his wife is busy or something and hasn't sent it. I don't know, man. It'll get there when it gets there. Yeah, alright. Like, Leo, man, come on. But yeah. Yeah, if I can't get my boss on, then it's kinda over with. It's kinda over with. Because I feel like there's just so many great things that we discuss that would just be like actually very interesting to listen to, or at least in my opinion. Just ranging on all sorts of different subjects. Yeah, and if I can't get it to work over, you know, with my boss, then I won't be able to get it to work with Leo either. So it's kind of a double whammy then, and that's like half of the guests. Maybe not half of the guests, but yeah, no, that essentially would be half of the guests that I would want on the podcast who would not be able to show up. And then at that point, I have you, maybe Joshy, and then like maybe G and Steven. Yeah, see, but then again, I was saying this earlier, I don't know. I mean, I guess with G, maybe we don't have to talk about Christianity, but I would kind of like to do that. Yes, I'm not forgetting you. I'm not forgetting you, Slicks. That is true. I forgot about Otto. We can have Otto on. Again, I'm not too sure what we would talk about, though, would be the thing. Maybe an interesting one, too, might be Blake. I could get him on. We could talk about, like, just this fucking world and everything that we've built here. Like, that might be an interesting one. I don't know if you're into Minecraft and you like the lore of this world. That might be kind of cool. Yeah. Again, not too sure what Otto and I would discuss. Honestly, not too sure what G and I would discuss. I don't know. Actually, I feel like G and I, we could definitely make something work. I will say, G has been blessed with the gift of gab, so we could probably make something work. Just almost anything, I suppose. But how interesting it would be, I don't know. But I would like it to be on religion. But I was even talking about this. Some of the shit, I don't know how interesting it would be, just based on the fact that G just doesn't give a shit about some of this stuff. You know, like, for example, how the world or how the universe started. G doesn't really give a shit about that. And it's like, but that's just such an interesting topic, like the marriage of science and religion in like the beginnings of the universe. Like, that's again an inherently very interesting topic. And G's like, don't give a shit. So I mean, I don't know how interesting it would be. Whenever you want to do podcast stuff, you can always text me a topic and we can decide a day to record. Fair enough. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. And I'll definitely make sure to let you know in advance, just so you can kind of like, you know, think about it a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching Slicks and Joshy, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.